Hello, friends. It's Saturday. That means it's time for the Saturday Psychic Sampler, where you ask specific questions and I give specific answers. It's great to see all of you here. Thanks so much for being here. If you're here for the first time, you will need to subscribe before you can ask your question. I am very excited to just get on over to CardCam and get this going. So let's do it. And I have decided to work with Lightseers Tarot today. So let's get this going. Now, I am aware that we dropped some off the top. Like if you come in early to get your question in, it's possible it's going to get dropped off. And I happened to see a couple of things from Trey Cameron, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. A couple of things that got dropped off. The first thing that I see is Medium That Rocks. Kimmy, great to see you. Thanks for being a member. And I see you responding to Trey, but we don't see Trey's comment anymore. But we know, I read it. And it's basically, we are all concerned, Trey. Absolutely, absolutely. And I do see your question coming up later. But just know that a lot of people are working to try to make sure that everyone will be able to be safe. That's what I can tell you. That I know. We'll see what happens. All right. So let's get going. Y'all know the rules of the game. Right, Trey, trying to keep hopeful. I deleted that question anyway. Okay, good. I wanted to answer it if it was needed, right? Trying to keep hopeful. Yeah, you know, it's so hard. Like, what should the mindset be, right? Do we stay hopeful? Like, how do we be hopeful but not in denial? We don't want to be alarmist. We don't want to catastrophize. We want to be hopeful, but we don't want to be in denial. We don't want to have our heads in the sand. So it's hard. But yeah, I think hopeful is the right thing. I agree. All right, so that means first question for today, Medium That Rocks. Kimmy, who will be presenting at StaarCon 5, just saying. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you. I'm so happy in my new apartment with all of the amenities. I love amenities. Yesterday I was lounging poolside. Yeah, it's a good thing. What do the cards say about the rest of the family? Should I take my cat, Mahi? I miss her so much. So when we look at the rest of the family and sort of how they're dealing with this, I feel like they're getting to a place where there is a recognition that this is what it was happening. There was a recognition that this is what's happening. And I think up until this point, there's been this sense of, oh, she'll get over it. She'll come home. Everything will go back to normal. And now there's a recognition that we have a new normal. This is not, we're not going back. And so I think that some family members are sort of getting ready to talk about what this looks like. And some family members are getting ready to, you know, I want to say, be part of your new life. And you can kind of figure out what those boundaries are going to be and what that's going to look like. So the kitty, should you take the cat? Here's the thing. If it is easy to take the cat, then yes, you should. If it's going to cause a weird political issue in the family, don't let that be the hill you die on. Like you've already caused the big political issue, and now we're just figuring out how to go forward. Well, and technically you did not cause the big political issue. The big political issue was caused earlier. You just responded to it, to be fair. But from their perspective, you've caused the issue. That's how they see it. And so if they're not going to make that easy, then don't do it. But if you can do it, then of course you should. Does that answer the question? Let me know. Good to see you. Gemini Sun, so great to see you. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. Thanks for using members only emojis. What can I do differently or start doing to really grow my social media and monetize more? I'm coming back from a pause. I feel like I just plateaued. I don't want to pause or give up again. And I mean, you recognize, like, I'm going to do the reading, right? But you recognize, like, if you look at my social media numbers, I'm not viral anywhere, right? And yet, clearly, I'm having so much fun on social media. So I just want to say, and I learned this actually from Caroline Ironwell, who said, and I believe this is true, that to be successful on social media, or even to be successful as a thought leader of some sort, or, you know, a service provider in the world of some sort, independently, you need 1,000 faithful followers. That's all you need. And that really changed my perspective in building my social media, that sure, the big numbers are nice when they come. And, you know, if you're monetizing social media specifically, you need some of those numbers, but not even that much. You know, you monetize on YouTube at 2,000. You monetize on TikTok at 10,000. You know, so I just want to say that broadly, based on my own knowledge and experience. To do the reading, what do you need to do to grow your social media and monetize? You need to worry about it less. You need to do it more often. You have over 5K, so you got more than I do on any channel. I don't have 5K anywhere. Right? But it's been stuck there for a while. And that becomes frustrating. But you just keep doing it. You keep doing it. And then from 5, you go to 6. See? 6, 5, 6. There are the numbers. It's so funny how the numbers sometimes work. And you grow. And I think it's a matter of being patient. It's a matter, like, I don't know that you need to do anything differently. Just every day, every day, every day. That's really the key. Every day, being consistent. And don't be afraid of the plateau, because you will grow. Ha! It even rhymed. It even rhymed. And do we see you reaching your goals? Oh, damn straight you will. You will. Just don't give up. You will. You will, you will, you will. There it is. So I don't think you need to do anything different. You just need to believe in it and keep going and do it daily. That's the key. Science Giant, I don't need followers. I need minions. Yeah, there you go. Are we going to steal the moon? Is that what the minions did? Something like that. All right, Michael Wells, good to see you. Thanks for being here. All right. Who's up next? It's Mix You here. Michelle in Canada. Good to see you. I'm wondering if I should give up the ghost on Tammy's and just acknowledge that my safe place is no longer safe. I'm definitely going to be avoiding staff members going forward. Tried to talk to them like an adult, but sometimes immature 24-year-olds suck. Yeah. Okay. So, what to do here? I mean, I think definitely avoid who you need to avoid. Definitely avoid who you need to avoid. Oh, Medium That Rocks, you missed your reading. I just did it. Oh my gosh, you can scroll back and get it quick. And then come back and tell me what you think. Anyway, Mix You here. You have to do what feels right for you. But what I'm going to say, like, I remember being 24 and saying and doing some really stupid stuff that probably harshed some people's vibes, you know? I mean, we were all that once. And I think the thing is, you have to do what feels right for you, but I wouldn't give up the ghost that quick. Definitely avoid the people, but the institution, oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. And look at the rainbow running through it. Hello, hello, hello. I don't think that you should give up the ghost on the institution. People suck, but they'll come and go and they'll grow. But this is a place that can still be a safe space for you. I believe. All right. Gemini Sun, ha ha ha, love that reading. Yeah, seriously. Don't be coming on here with your 5,000 followers and saying you're not doing well. You keep it going, and maybe you drop some links and let us know how to follow you too. How about that? Let us support you. Do that. All right. Adriana Belange, so good to see you. Should I change my new investment portfolio from balanced to dynamic? This has been bothering me on my head for 2 weeks. Okay. And recognize, like when we give financial advice, I have to say I'm not a financial advisor. You got to talk to your financial advisor, but hey, I'll do the reading. Sure. Let's see. What's better for you? Balanced. Dynamic. So it is balanced right now, right? And you're looking at whether you should change it to dynamic. Based on these cards, I wouldn't. Obviously, you may want to get other input as well, but based on what I see here, I'd keep it the way it is. All right. Lisa E., good to see you. What is in the cards for me and a man I've been talking with again? Let's take a look and see what we got. Hello, Susan Toklas. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. So, I mean, there could be some nice conversation. There could be some nice conversation, and there could be some things in the conversation that relieve. Let me get this up where you can see it. The camera got moved. Okay, that's okay. Things are always moving. All right. So there could be some relief. There could be some new information. There could be some release of anxiety. There could be a nice conversation. But do I see something significant here? I mean, there's clearly a significant energy. There is. But also clearly a difficult history. So could there be something different or better now? I would be very cautious. There is clearly an energy here that you want to explore, and I understand why. And it probably does need to be explored, but explore very cautiously. And while there's going to be some changes from the past that you like, do not just forget what you've seen before. Good luck. Oh, feedback from Mixuir. Thanks. I'm trying to find out when the problematic people are scheduled so I can avoid them, but I'm just so sad right now. I get it. It's hard when those things happen, but the key is, like, we can't, and especially if it's just immaturity, you know, we can't let immature people, no matter how old they are, we can't let immature people steal our peace and harsh our vibe. You know, we got to get to the point where we can just, yeah, whatever. But I know it's hard, and you have to protect yourself, and that's key too. All right, Nalini Kalu, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Thanks for using members-only emojis. All right, I stayed in the expensive apartment. I get it. Small town and same job, right? No improvement there. Feeling trapped but trying to stay hopeful. Was this the right decision? And if so, what area of my life will benefit from staying? I will do the reading. But I do want to tell you, Nalini, just based on my knowing your story somewhat, and the cards that I've drawn just over the past bit, you know, since this came up, I think you did do the right thing. And I think you did the right thing because, objectively speaking, and all the time, and this is for all of us, if we're in a bad situation and we can't find a better situation, we're probably best to wait for the better situation, to just hold and wait. You don't want to run away from something just to run away from something. So I think you did the right thing. That's just my thought. Let's see what the cards say. Yeah, no reason to have anxiety over this. This is not where you want to be. This is not what you need to be doing. But for this period of time, I feel like the less disruption, the better. Because here you are healing, and you are getting ready for your new life. You weren't ready for the new life at this round. So you're healing and getting ready for the new life. And this will give you the space to do that so that you'll be ready to make a move the next time the opportunity comes around again. So I think it's fine. I know it's not ideal, but I think it's fine, and I think it'll help you get to where you need to be. And the cards have been positive around it, so I think it's okay. I do. I think sometimes the best solution is no solution until a good solution shows up. All right. Medium that rocks. Very good. I agree. I wonder who's curious about my new life. The younger ones. The younger ones and the sort of close but not immediate. The younger ones and the close but not immediate. That's what I think. All right. Melissa, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Thanks for using members only emojis. When P was visiting, we had a very late night with some friends. We were walking home around 3:30 a.m., the witching hour where the veil is at its thinnest, no? When a rabbit approached us. It sat there staring at us for a solid minute. We just stood there as well, taking in his cuteness. What significance did this have? Was there a meaning or message from spirit? Or was this simply a chance encounter with nature at an early morning hour? All right. Nalini, there it is. Yep. Interesting. Okay. So I really appreciate something you said here, Melissa, where you're open to the possibility of this could be a spiritual message, or this could just be a bunny. And the bunny is still magical just for being a bunny. It's always good to see a bunny. But, I love the way you asked that question, and I think we all need to be able to think this way. It could be a sign. It might not be. Let's figure it out. I love that. Okay. Significance of the bunny. I am not going to give it real significance. I think you can interpret whatever you want because it was your moment and it was a nice moment. And I think it was a nice moment for you. I think it was a nice moment for P. I think it was a nice moment for everybody. But I think that's what it may have been, is a nice moment. But, there is also a part of me that says, well, if your brain tells you to try to interpret something, should you try to interpret? Like, is there any more we can get out of this? And like the cards are like, no. Just enjoy the bunny. Okay, fine. Okay. All right. Diana Price, sorry we lost your question as well. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Will there be an opportunity down the road to be a TA for one of my teachers in 2 to 3 years? Yeah, that opportunity absolutely exists if you want it. Yeah, absolutely. The opportunity exists. But again, one of the things I'm concerned about is I feel like you're almost, forgive me. I think you know me well enough to know that if I see something, I'm going to say something. That's what we're supposed to do, right? See something, say something. And so this is going to go way beyond the question you asked. The simple question you asked, absolutely yes. No question, no problem. It's great. And Diana's like, say it. Okay. These major cards, major cards here. I believe that you have experienced from your family of origin in childhood and in adulthood not what you should have had. Not what you should have had. You have not had the love, the acceptance. You have not been seen the way you should be seen. And you get these great teachers that you really admire. And they are admirable and they are good. And it's great that you're studying with them. But I feel like there are ways that you're making it more about the teachers than the materials. And I want you to be careful about that, because I think there is some part of you that, because there's been so many people who should have done better by you, and these are people in a mentor role, and I feel like there's a part of you that will take a lot of, what has been missing in your life and make it be about these teachers who objectively are great. There's no doubt about that. But they are not the only key to your success. They are not the end all be all. Yes, you can assist them, and I think you'll get that opportunity, but do it because it helps you in the community, not because of this deep connection that you might be feeling there, because a lot of that, I think, is born of trauma. Did that make sense? I'm sorry if that was an overstep, but short answer to your question, yes. All right. Imee. You're up next. Diana, dead on. Okay, thank you. Thank you for hearing that. Thank you for allowing me that grace. Why the Sun and Temperance reversed? So the Sun can talk about, like narcissism and how some people just want the light to shine on them. And I'm not saying that these teachers are that way, but I am saying you have had that around you. And so you're very willing to let someone else shine when you need to shine. And Temperance reversed is sort of like, well, yeah, if that's a great solution for you, great. But if it's not, it's not. And there it is. And so, yeah, there it is. And the thing is, those of us who teach esoteric topics, most of us have experienced being put on a pedestal. That happens. And most of us don't love it. And if we do love it, if someone does love it, we need to figure out why, because that's not ideal. And most of us will discourage that because we know, you put me on a pedestal, I'm falling off that pedestal immediately because human, right? And if they want that adoration, learn from them, but be careful because that will blow up in your face later. So one thing we have to look at with our teachers is like, do they want that? Do they want that adoration? And if they do, that is a red flag. So it's something to think about. Katie Kondo, great to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. Got a new diagnosis. Cool. Interesting. I look forward to our next conversation. I think that's a question there. I think you want to check that and maybe reiterate that because it may not have come across the way you wanted it to. I'll work with it if I have to. But if you can reiterate it, that might clarify it a little bit. Gotcha. That makes sense, Diana. That's good. All right. Imee, thanks for your patience. I see it, Katie. Thank you. That makes more sense. Okay. Imee. Can I know what my ex is feeling toward me? I miss him so much. He's not where you're at. And I would argue, like, do you really miss him or do you miss having someone? Do you really miss him or do you miss the person you pretended he was? That's my question for you. All right. Dr. Aled, good to see you. Thanks for being here. I was so excited to purchase my new construction home. However, the renters next door are noisy way into and past midnight. Do we see them moving or buying the house? Man, that's always going to be something, right? I know some fixes. I'm going to tell you right now, I've never seen this fail. I'm going to give you the fix and then we'll do the reading. Take a wall mirror, like a mirror that you hang, or even a small one, right? Hang it on the wall that faces the neighbor's house with the mirror toward the wall. Not aesthetically pleasing for you. You can disguise it, camouflage it if you want. But the idea is you're reflecting their energy back to them. And very often it will cause them to stop and or move away. Just saying, I've seen this work many, many times. So I'm giving you that. But here we go. What do we think their plans are? I don't think they're going to buy the house. But I also don't think they're going to move quickly, which is why I think it's really important for you to do the magical trick. Because I don't think they're going to buy, but I don't think they have a plan to leave. So send them their energy back. Let's see what happens. Good luck. You just point the mirror at them. Yes. On which floor? Doesn't matter. You're just pointing the mirror at them. Yes. I have never seen this fail. Doesn't hurt anybody, but it will change the energy. All right. Sorry you're going through that. Cassandra, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Thanks for using members-only emojis. We appreciate you. I'm trying to make the most of this week with Stephen, Adeline, and our family. I love that that's the name of your child. What a good name. Is that the name of your child? I think it is. Things have been going well, but I still have some unanswered questions and thoughts in my mind. Dr. Aled is out to get a mirror today. Okay. Was there more than this girl and the other evidence I found? Do we think this is going to happen again? He's going to do this again. Okay, so 2 questions. We're going to do this. Is there more than what you know? I don't think so. I think you know the whole of it. I think you know everything. Is he likely to repeat this? Same person, different person, anything. Is he likely to repeat this? You look at him right now and he's like, God, no. He is really sorry and he's really grateful that you are giving him this chance. So he does not want to repeat the pattern. Now that said, any one of us at any time, in the right situation or the wrong situation, as you might say, weird stuff can happen to anybody. There's no guarantee. And, I know there's this expression like, once a cheater, always a cheater. But I don't believe that. I think it's true for some people. Some people are serial cheaters, and that's the way it is. But some people make mistakes, and it's painful, and it's difficult, but there is a way back. And the way back involves a lot of conversation to the point that you can feel trust and forgiveness. And my question is, I'm not sure he's giving you that conversation. I feel like he just wants to be, okay, it's over. We will not speak of this again. And the fact that you still have this lingering in your heart, obviously we don't want to just be showing him the anxiety over and over again. But I wonder, my concern is I don't know that he's doing what needs to be done in order for the two of you to move forward. And so enjoy the week. have a good time, relax. I think it's all good. But I would say, like, if we've not gone to counseling together, that's going to be necessary. He needs to go to counseling. He needs to understand why he did this. He needs to understand how it affected you and, that kind of thing. And I feel like that work has not necessarily been addressed. That's my concern. But it can be addressed. So that's where I'd put the energy. All right, Smile Soul 20, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. Really appreciate you. All right. Claire C, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. We really appreciate you. Oh, and before I do you, Michael Wells, very smart. Michael Wells is a diviner that I really love and appreciate and trust. Line the wall with rose quartz. I'm not sure how you do that. Like, how would you do that? But I love the idea. I'm just not sure logistically how to do it. But it's a great idea. Thank you. All right. Claire C. Will the RV dealer pay me the amount we agreed on? I want to say the RV dealer is going to do one of those, well, I found this and this and this and this, so I'd like to, rework this. It probably still will be appropriate, but if it happens that way, you can always walk away. But I have a feeling it's going to be small, small change and probably fine. It's probably fine. Oh, Cassandra, thank you. And thank you for using the new emoji. Nailed it. Thank you so very much. I really appreciate all of your help and perspective through my situation. Yeah, it's not easy. Diana, quick ad. I feel like an outsider among some of the rather fluffy bunny type classmates with Obi-Wan, but my classmates with Darth, two with very similar charts and experiences. Peers are as important as a teacher. Yes, so important. Oh, so, okay, this is what you do. So, Dr. Aulette, I hope you're still listening. Some rose quartz, place the stones along the edge of the wall. So, like, I guess at the floor or on the windowsill. Worked for you. I can see how that would work. I do both. I like it. Thank you, along the edge, yeah. Perfect. I love it. I was picturing like literally the whole wall and how beautiful that would be, but can you imagine how many stones that would be? And then I wanted you to say, oh no, they make rose quartz paneling, and I'd be like, do they? Can I have some? But I guess not that. But we understand what to do with the rose quartz, and I think that's perfect. I love it. Okay. Here we go. Hang on a minute. Teresa is up next. Teresa, thank you for being a moderator. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. And thanks for using members only emojis. We appreciate you. Someone who knows me and my deceased sister is impersonating her. God. I am so sorry. That is the worst. I cannot even imagine. What a violation. Is impersonating her and messaging me from her Facebook account. No! I believe it's the ex-fiance who's a very shady guy, my narcissistic mother, or even someone I haven't considered. Can you please give any insight as to who this may be and why? The messages are telling me she's okay and can't explain because I won't believe it anyway. Very unsettling to get these. Oh my gosh. I cannot even imagine. I am so sorry. So sorry. We will do that. We're going to give that all the seriousness it needs. I just have to, for a brief moment, continue the conversation about rose quartz paneling. Because that is... And Trey says, if there's a faraway planet with buildings made out of crystal I want to visit, aliens take me. And medium that rocks rose quartz paneling. Someone should do that. The only thing I can say, and the reason that while I still have a great crystal collection, I don't buy a lot of crystals anymore, is because mining sucks. You know, so there's a part of me that's like, oh yeah, I want that. And the other part of me that's like, oh, mining's hard, man. Mining is bad for the earth. Part of me that says we should just leave those crystals in there and just put our feet on the ground and enjoy their energy. But ooh, yeah, it's my biggest witchy ethical conundrum in my life is crystals. And I've mined crystals. That's how I know how bad it is. So, yeah, there that all is. But yeah, I'm just imagining. So good, so good. All right, here we go. Teresa, this is heavy freaking duty. All right. Ex-fiance. Narcissistic mother. Are you no contact with the mother? I think you are. Someone else. Try, yeah, don't buy them personally, but I can acknowledge their beauty. Yeah, I love them. I love that people sell them. I love that I have them and I receive them as gifts. I love them. But I rarely buy them because I have a weird feeling about it. But on the other hand, what do you see on my hand? Diamonds, right? Not big diamonds. But, you know, IT John likes diamonds. So I'm a hypocrite. I just have a conundrum. I don't know what to do. Anyway, Teresa, I have a theory, and I'm going to work through this theory. And for anyone who wonders, like, how do you handle stuff like this? It's really hard. My theory is it's the mother. It's the narcissistic mother who I believe you are no contact with or low contact with. And I believe the narcissistic mother is trying to get up in your business, and this is a way to do it. So that's my theory based on the first reading. Do I think it's fact? Not necessarily. I think it's theory. Now I'm going to test the theory. Could it be the mother for that reason? And now I'm going to say no. I love the theory. But I don't think it's her. I don't think it's her. And I don't think it's her because I don't think she's like creative enough or savvy enough to do it. But it's still there in my head that it might be. Right, you're no contact. So let's look at the mother. Is the mother sad that you're no contact? Very, 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 very. See, now this gives me some credence for mom. Because mom is very, very sad that you're no contact. How does mom feel about the death of your sister? Like, your mother has not processed that in any real way. So but you think the ex may have her laptop. So yeah, I mean, the mother's capable of weird stuff, but I don't know that the mother did this. Although the mother is really wanting a way to reach out. So let's ask this, does the ex have the laptop? Yeah, see, I think the ex does have the laptop. Oh. They both want a response out of you, so the ex does too. And your mother abused your sister, which may be part of the reason she can't really wrap her brain around what happened. So now let's go back to the ex. I was thinking initially it's not the ex, but let's go back to the ex. And the ex wants to speak with you as well. Because I definitely feel like this is someone trying to get a response from you. This is someone trying to get you to speak. And at first I thought it. Now, do the mom and the ex talk? Like, is there any way they're working together? Is that possible? I'm going with the ex. He was engaged to somebody else a week after she passed. Yeah, this does not surprise me. But now let's just play with what if it's someone else? Possibility of it being someone else, like a friend. But no, I don't think it's someone else. I think it is either the mother or the ex. Okay, so it's not the two of them working together. So let's go back with yes or no. Is it one of those two people? I don't know, man. What if? Maybe they're right. Trey thought maybe they're both doing it. They're working together, but they're not working together. This is crazy. This is crazy. But could it be the new fiance? Could it be the new fiance? Because it's all crazy up in there. So I'm thinking it's the ex or adjacent to the ex. Maybe the new fiance, maybe the ex and the new fiance are doing it together. The question that I have about this is like, is this the beginning of something greater? Is this going to turn into greater harassment? I worry about this. No, I get it, Teresa. I totally get it. Have you had her Facebook page memorialized? And who is the keeper? Like who keeps the page? And if there's not a keeper, if there's not someone who's designated to keep her page, a legacy keeper, can you get the page declared a legacy page and memorialized? That might be a way to fix this that feels a little better than having to block your dead sister's page. But I am worried that the ex is weird. The ex is weird. The ex is dangerous. And for whatever reason, I think the ex has you in his sights because you are one of the people on the planet who have a narrative that is different from the narrative he's telling the people, important people in his life right now, right? So you're a person who could come in and change his narrative. So I feel like he's trying to neutralize you. Now, that sounds scarier than it is. Like, do I think he's dangerous to your well-being? Do I think you are in danger here? Probably not. I think he's really more a coward. I don't think he's coming for you in any significant, scary way. Facebook has not been able to help, right? So I think we're narrowing it down to your mother very much wants contact with you, but you don't give it to her, and I don't think this is her. I think it's the ex and or the ex's fiance, and I think it's about trying to neutralize you as someone who could tell a story. And so I don't think he poses a significant danger to you, but I do think you want to be wary and keep your distance. And you need to do something about this. And if that means blocking the page, then that's what you do. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This is horrible. And the thing is, I feel like, Michael, I don't think that's it. I think this is malicious. I think it's really malicious. I think you have to. I think you have to block the page. And I think you have to, do whatever else you need to do energetically. Diana suggests putting them in the freezer. And that's not a bad idea. Although with this one, I would almost want to put them in a jar. I'd make a witch's bottle for this one and put them off your property. This goes beyond freezer to me. I think you got to make a witch's bottle. Y'all know what a witch's bottle is? If you don't know, I will tell you. But yeah, make that bottle and put it off your property. That's what I would do. All right, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. All right, JD Estrada, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. Is Eva jealous of me? And if so, why? I don't pick up jealousy. Jealousy is not what's coming to me. But when we look at how does Eva feel about you? There is something in the history. There is something about your interaction with this person historically, or something this person knows or thinks they know about you that is causing them to act weirdly towards you. It's not jealousy. It's just something that has happened or that they think has happened. So that's what I think. Teresa, thank you so much for taking the time for my question. Yeah, that did take some time, but it was a good teachable moment for how to handle such a difficult question. And thanks for bringing it here. It's a hard one. I'm sorry you're going through it. All right. All right, here we go. Oh, Lisa E. is wondering if there's money or possessions involved that he wants. My feeling, no. My feeling is that, no, this is all just craziness. Unfortunately. All right. Lumen, good to see you. Thanks for being here. I want to ask, what does Spirit want me to know about my health right now? Is there anything I should be aware of or doing to positively support it? And obviously not a doctor. Great question for your doctor, but I will tell you what I see. Are you drinking enough water? That's a question right away. Like water, diet, all of those basic things, I would have that question. And I feel like you are seeing, like you're looking at your own health and you are seeing something potentially coming. Like, this is the way I see it. Like, if, this is just examples, a person who has been diagnosed with high blood pressure might consider losing some weight, perhaps. A person who has been diagnosed with osteopenia might be doing weight-bearing exercises. So there might be something along those lines, like a very logical thing that you would do, a very logical thing. But beyond the obvious and the logical, I was not worried. I was not worried. All right. Martha E. Vink, good to see you. Curious about the witch's bottle. Martha Vink, you are up next. Here it comes. Okay, the witch's bottle. You take a jar like a mason jar. In it, you put the name of the person or a picture of them or people. Oh, Lumen, okay. Been having a weird stomach all week. Definitely see the doctor to make sure it's not anything more. See the doctor. But I think whatever it is going to be very dealable. Very dealable. Okay. Bottle like a mason jar. You put a representation of that person in it. If you have their hair, their fingernails, a picture, their name, whatever. And then you put old razor blades, rusty nails, like anything that's like metal and corroded, and body effluvia of your own if you want. urine, menstrual blood, things of that nature can go in the witch's bottle as well. Tighten it up and put it, like usually it would be buried, but ideally not on your property. So there it is. Did you hear it from me? Of course not. Okay. Teresa. No possessions involved, but he does know, I suspect, his involvement in her passing. So do I. She died 5 days after their engagement, and I fully believe she'd be alive today had they not met. Yeah, Lumen, I agree. I would take that bottle to a place you don't frequent or it would pass again, like literally drive it out of town. I would too. For sure. Bury it and don't look back. Yeah, I am with you on that. For sure. Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah, do it. Do it, Teresa. Do it. Yeah, there it is. All right. Here we go. Martha E. Vink. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. I'll be coloring mandalas with church members. That's a great thing to do while you're here, so we'll watch later. I'll be away from my dogs and 2 cats for a month this summer. Will they be okay while I'm gone? Friends are taking care of them. I should ask if my mom will be okay too. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, your animals being cared for by friends will be cared for well. I don't think there's anything to worry about. I think it'll be fine. I know we always worry about leaving our pets, but I think it'll be fine. And how will mom be? I think mom will be okay too. Yeah, I think this is fine. It's fine. Okay. And Teresa has answered your question, so definitely check that out. Raquel, thanks for being here. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Lately, things have gotten misplaced around the house more than usual. Keys, medication, small things. I always say there's a house spirit holding stuff, or is it someone? My mother used to call them pukas, I think. She would say pukas were there and taking her things, and I would hear her having conversations with them in the kitchen to bring them back. So let's see what's going on. Is it a spirit? I don't think it's a spirit. Is someone hiding things to drive you nuts? No. So what's it mean that this is happening? I think it has to do with your own energy. I think your own energy has been feeling a little scattered recently or a little overwhelmed. Scattered and or overwhelmed. And in that, I think it makes that more easy to happen. So I think it's an energy coming from you. And I think if you can kind of pull your energy in, deal with whatever has you feeling overwhelmed and scattered, it'll fix it. And Lisa E. reminds everyone to like this video. Thank you. Thank you. All right, Angie, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Do you see me dating and being in a relationship with this particular person? Okay, do I see that? Honestly, I was thinking no. I mean, you never know, but I'm not down for that for you. I'm not seeing it. Sorry. All right. Here we go. Barbie Bird, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. I'm just sitting there with my mouth open as I read. Silly. Okay. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. We really appreciate you. I'm curious what advice the cards will have for me in my upcoming travels. How can I be my best self during the next 4 to 6 weeks? I'm leaving the apartment on the 8th, staying with my mom until the 16th, and then I'm staying in an Airbnb in Toronto for a month while I wait for my apartment to be ready. You solved it. You solved it. That was exactly the way I thought you might solve it. The constant change is already giving me anxiety. What do I need to know? And thanks for using members only emojis. What you need to know is you solved it. Like, that's perfect. And I realize, okay, we're going to take this we're going to take this in little pieces. Okay. So the time staying with your mom is going to be okay, but weird. It's a little weird, but it's going to be okay. It's going to be fine. It's fine. That's fine. The Airbnb is going to be so much fun. So much fun. And so I think this, like having to move around sort of on top of a new place, on top of a new job, it's a lot, but it's all so good. The only thing that's all weird is I feel like your mom is not necessarily unconditional. You know, I feel like there can be energy stuff with your mom that you have to be careful about. So it's an Airbnb where you like have a room and they're there too. So let's see. How will the Airbnb hosts be? I think decent. I don't think there's anything here to worry about. I think it's decent and fine. Absolutely fine. So keep us posted. And remember, if there's anything with the Airbnb you don't like, Airbnb itself will help. So, I think the reviews were good. I think it's likely to be good. I really do. All right. Michelle F., so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. As has been the case for a while, this is Michelle F., I'm focused on multiple things that I have going on right now. I know this about you. Should I focus more time and energy, you know I love these questions, on A, B, or C? Or is there a different perspective of simply trying to find more balance between them all? Okay, here we go. Here we go. So let's see, first of all, do we find a focus or do we try to focus on all? Let's start here. So to some extent, all of these are important. To some extent, all of these are important. So even if you prioritize one, they are all important. So I'm going to say that first. Oh, Raquel, that is possible. That is possible, Raquel. Okay. So now let's look at A, B, C. These are all important. These are all important. If you have to prioritize, it goes in that order. First A, then B, then C. That's how it goes, in that order. But they are all important. Does that help? Okay. Baby cakes. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. I am leaving my job today. I want to have a small road trip before I go home. Am I going to have a good road trip? Especially if you let yourself wander. Maybe go someplace you've always wanted to be. Maybe go someplace you've been before. I think you'll be thinking about a lot of things. So I think this is a road trip where there's going to be a lot of headspace. But I think overall it will be very good. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Very good. Michelle, that certainly sounds accurate. They're all important, and that seems like the correct order of priority. Okay, good. There it is. Perfect. All right. Here we go. Ice Chan. Sarah. That's your name, isn't it? Hang on one second. Just over scrolled, but Ice Chan is up next. Hang on a minute. here we go. Got you. Baby Cakes, you have a great weekend too. Tell us where you're going. I'm so excited for you. Okay, Ice Chan, so good to see you. Can I please ask the cards about one of my main book characters? He's the reason I'm writing, and I'd love to know what the cards have to say about this character. And there's so much you can do with tarot and writing. There's so much you can do, so that's exciting too. I love that. He's the reason you're writing the book. So what can we know about this character? He's multifaceted, and I want to say he's got a very good heart. The thing about him is he's really expansive, and he's kind of larger than life. And he's had a lot of heartache, and I feel like part of the story is about his healing. So there you go. Michael Wells. Do the cards say anything about my kidneys healing and me getting off dialysis? Let's take a look. Is it possible that you could, get your numbers back to where you, and your kidney function back to where you would no longer need dialysis? Is that possible? It is not likely in the next 3 months. But I would say there is possibility here. And I think you could be looking at, what are the things I can do to help move that along? But I would also say this. Even if you end up having to be a dialysis patient in the long run, there are ways that can be done to make it less egregious. So I will tell you, one way or the other, you're always going to be, you're always going to have a nephrologist, right? You're always going to be a kidney patient. That's number one. Number two, yeah, it's possible not immediately, but long term, that you could get, some of your functioning back. And number three, even if that were not to happen, there are other solutions long term, if it turns out that you need them, that could be helpful. So essentially, my friend, the misery you are in right now will not be the level of misery for the future. It will get better. That I can promise you 100%. It will get better. CB Muzz, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Wanting to know if my daughter Danielle will be able to return to university this fall. Anything we can do to make this happen? I think if you want it to happen, it can happen. Absolutely. I wonder if there's a financial issue. I wonder if there's an issue as far as transcripts, acceptance, something like that. There may be some things you need to do. But you can do those things, and I think it'll happen. It feels good to me. Good luck. Trey, thank you for that clarification I was going to ask. Thank you. And Trey, you're up next. Thank you for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. We really appreciate you. Can you maybe read on the energy of this book? And it's the book you're writing, not trying to write. You're not trying to write a book. You are writing a book. Let's be really clear. Yoda is here amongst us, okay? There is no try. Sorry. All right. I kind of feel like it was given to me from the spiritual realm. That's how that, yeah. Which is why it won't leave me alone, even if I want it to. Michael Wells, trying to do everything I can. Perfect. That's right. I love you saying that. Okay, good. So, and I understand, man, that inspiration, I really do believe that is spiritually led. I really believe that. So what can I tell you about the energy of this book? It is spiritually led, and writing it not only is going to be, it's going to be a good book, but writing it will bring you the healing that you need, which is another reason that it is so important. Absolutely. Christine Hallowell, good to see you. Thanks for being here. What does Spirit want me to know? All right. There are a lot of things that have been very hurtful for you. especially having to do with family and relationships. You are still healing from these things, but as you heal, you become open to wonderful things, to better things. So just keep healing. That's really the key. All right. Amy Foreman, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. It will be 3 years soon, though. I'm flying up to South Carolina this afternoon. My mom's having open heart surgery tomorrow. Guidance, please. First of all, so much love to your mom, Charlotte. Sending her so much love and healing, and sending you so much love as you go through this. Let's take a look. What do you need to know here? What you need to know is that you will need to know exactly what to do in the moment. No matter what the issue is, whether it's about supporting your mom, talking to doctors, dealing with siblings, whatever the issue is, trust yourself. You will know what to do in the moment, I promise. And my thought for your mom and for this surgery is, oh, look at that. What could be better? She's having open heart surgery. We get the Ace of Cups, and especially this iteration of the Ace of Cups, so good. I think she's going to be fine, and I think you will be fine helping her. I realize, too, that this, like you have recently had a lot of sort of transition into obvious adulthood. And I mean, you've been a mother. You've got kids that are like almost grown now. So, I mean, you've been an adult for a very long time. But there is something very adulting about what you're doing here. And it is sort of a transition in a way. And so recognize that and recognize you're ready for that. Okay. All right. Where was I? That was Amy. Got it. Okay. Susan Toklas, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you so much. Should I base myself in Ohio or Florida, or maintain homes in both places and be a snowbird? All right, let's take a look. Just Ohio, just Florida, both places. I don't think you're ready to make that decision right now. I feel like you're not sure. Could it be some other place completely? I feel like you're feeling very ungrounded, and that feels really bad. But I feel like until you're sure, it's good to stay light on your feet. You know, maybe go to Ohio, stay there, and see what you think. I feel like this is something that you should figure out along the way. I think the reason you're not sure is there's not a clear answer. So give it time, and it will be revealed in the right time. All right. AP, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Is love coming my way? I feel like you have some healing to do. There's things you need to do first before you welcome a relationship. Is there a relationship coming? I believe so, yes. Yes. But there's some healing you need to do first. Katie Kondo. Okay. So good to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. We really appreciate you. Got a new diagnosis of PTSD. Makes sense. What do I need to know going forward? That I think you are, now let me back up. Because of your physicality, you have not been able to spend the time and energy on the emotional body. You've spent a lot of time and energy on the physical body because you had no choice, and on the spiritual body because you had no choice. But the emotional body, like you just had to sort of absorb it. And you have absorbed a lot because you didn't have anything else to do. And now we're here, and they're saying, oh, you've absorbed a lot. So it's time to pay attention to the emotional body, and you've already started doing that. You already knew it was time. You already knew this. And so this is really good, and this is really going to help you. It absolutely will. Amy Foreman, it's been relentless lately. So much adulting. I know. Adulting is relentless. Oh my gosh. And I don't even give it 5 stars. You know, I give it 2.5 stars. I'm not even sure if I recommend it, but you know, what are you going to do? There are good things about adulting. There really are. There really are. Okay. Okay, here we go. I am scrolling through. The next question that I see is Bob Robert, a message from Spirit. Certainly. You are dealing with some things that have been really very painful. Do not hide from your pain. Acknowledge it and heal it so you can go forward. Okay. Country Love Homestead, good to see you. Does Trell know that I've fallen out of love with him? If so, why is he pulling closer all of a sudden? If not, how do I tell him without sacrificing our friendship? Ooh. Okay. So what's Trell thinking? Trell does not know this. Does not know this. Pulling closer because there is a feeling that you're disinterested. So pulling closer because of that feeling. How do you tell him? I think what you want to say is, you know, first and foremost, our friendship is most important, and I love you so much as a friend. But I realize that's what it is. I love you as a friend. And if you tell him that way, it's still going to change the friendship. I mean, there's nothing you can do. I think in the long run, you'll still be friends and it'll be okay. But you're going to have to give time for some adjustment. I'm sorry. Okay. Hang on one second. Just scrolling to make sure I don't miss anyone. Hang on one second. Here we go. Okay. I believe the next person is Vaishali. Good to see you. I want to improve my studies, college life, and health. Any guidance for me on how do I make all of it? I've been sitting at home for a few days without doing anything but thinking and worrying about it. I'm very late in taking action or doing the things I plan to do. And I think that's the problem. I think instead of just doing little steps one at a time, you come up with a big grand plan, and the big grand plan is overwhelming. I'm guilty of this sometimes too, I get it. So baby little steps one at a time. You know, if we're improving health, if you chose a good meal for your last meal, great. If you got to the gym yesterday, great. One moment at a time, one step at a time, one day at a time. That's the key. All right. Country Love Homestead, thank you. I figured it's going to be a tough patch. It will be, but be gentle with him and allow space to process it. That's perfect. And then I think you ultimately will be friends in the long run. I do. All right, here we go. My good friend Justine, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Thanks for being a moderator. Regarding my relationship with H, is he telling me to go see his doctor out of pure and honest intention, or is he just making an issue out of nothing because there's a third party involved, as I suspect? Okay. So, I think it's what you suspect. It's what you suspect. Okay. Adrija, good to see you. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Cards for July regarding love. Well, I think I think you're really trying to figure out what works and what doesn't. You're very much in that conversation, and I think it worries you, it bothers you, but you are in the conversation, and that's the thing. You got to have that conversation. So there it is. Ice Chan. OMG, yes, exactly. Holy crap. Thank you. I like the all caps holy crap response to a reading. That's beautiful. I love that. Okay. All right. And Ayush, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Oh, Justine, I would love to have a reading with you and with your mom. And I've got time, like this weekend, this upcoming week. It'll be slow, and I've got time. And I'm saying that to all y'all. Get on in. I'm available during the holiday week, so come on in. Okay, here we go. Ayush, so good to see you. General advice in the month of July. Really think about what you want for the future and what you have to do to create it, and what works and what doesn't. Okay. Heather Roberts, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Y'all, we have a member who got engaged. Yes, indeed. Heather Roberts is engaged to Richard. We are super excited about this. So everyone say congratulations to Heather and Richard. And here's the question. Richard and I are torn between a small wedding with friends and family or eloping. Here's what you do. You elope and have a magnificent time, and then come back and have like a low-key but fun reception kind of a thing, or barbecue or something for friends and family. That's what you do. I wish I lived near you. I would want to be invited. All right. Joanne Ellis, good to see you. Okay, we're looking for your daughter's test results. She's a bit concerned. Her name's Ruby, and it's her 16th birthday today. Well, happy birthday, Ruby. That's fabulous. I'm not worried. There is nothing here that I'm worried about. That's what I'm going to say, so I don't think she should be either. Michael Wells, phone is about to die. Take care, love you, good to see you. Hope you come back soon. Okay. Oh, Christine, thank you. That's perfect. Perfect. D9, good to see you. What positive surprise is coming my way? Are you of childbearing age, or do you have like kids who are of childbearing age, or a friend? Because this could be a pregnancy. It could be. But it could also be, or additionally be, a great creative project, some opportunity to do something really fun that you enjoy. So, take your pick. Fatborn, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Love don't know me no more. Serious double negative, right? What saith the cards? I love you so much, man. Anyone who uses saith, I love that kind of language. Mm. What saith the cards is that you are in a place of needing to make new friends, because you are a new person to yourself. You are finally allowing yourself to be yourself for the first time in your life. And so you will need to make new friends to go along with that. And then there will be love. How about that? All right. My friends, from my perspective, I have answered every question using the new tech that IT John set up for me, which makes it a little easier for me not to skip people. Although the first time I used it, I skipped everybody because I needed more help. But then he showed me what to do because he's good like that. So let me know, did I skip anyone? Is anyone here that has not asked a question? It is last call for readings, y'all. February, and I do feel the transformation. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so StaarCon tickets are available, and we have an early bird special right now. I am available for readings this weekend and next week. I work throughout the holiday time. So, last call for readings, y'all. I want to thank you all so very much. Special shout out, of course, to the members and the moderators. I really appreciate all of you. I will look forward to seeing you all soon. Have a fabulous weekend. I'll be back Monday with your 3-card weekly reading. The link for that is already up, so I'll look forward to seeing you then. Take care, everybody.